Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Automobile Infos. The Mahindra BE6 gets level 2 plus ADAS in the Pack 3. Mahindra first introduced the ADAS features in the XUV 700. Many people have had questions since then whether the ADAS is useful in real life or not. I've already uploaded a video in which I've explained all the ADAS features in details. But there's a difference in explaining and showing. Today I'm going to show you the features that are actually useful from the level 2 plus ADAS. It gets, I don't know how many features, I think there are 20 plus ADAS features in the BE6. The Pack 3 gets 5 radars, 3 cameras. I don't know, there's a lot of tech that the BE6 gets. But what's the point of it if it's not useful in daily life? Today I'll show you how I use ADAS in my day-to-day driving. So, very honestly speaking, I do not enable the adaptive cruise control in day-to-day life because my commute is mainly in the city and there is no point in using the adaptive cruise control here, right? But you see this empty patch of road, like it's straight, there are white lines and there's not too much traffic. So what I do generally on these types of roads where you can see the white line, you see this button here, this enables the lane centering function. Now my car will always remain in the center of the lane. Lane keep assist and lane centering feature have a difference. Lane centering keeps you in the center of the particular lane that you are in, and lane keep assist just doesn't let you go outside without using the indicator. The lane centering feature also goes on the standby mode when you give the indicator because it allows you to change the lanes. So this is the lane centering feature. Now if I try to go out of my lane, it will bring me back to the center of my lane, not just back in my lane. This is the difference between lane keep assist and lane centering. Lane keep assist is enabled automatically when your car goes above the speed of 60 kilometers per hour. When you decelerate below 60 kilometers, it gets disabled automatically. To completely turn it off, you can head to the infotainment settings like I showed in the previous video. Now you see when the lanes disappear, it says lane centering functions on standby, and when it recognizes the lines again, it says active. So now the lane centering function is active. You can also enable the cruise control. I'll just show you how to enable the cruise control after this roundabout. So these are all haptic buttons. As you can see, I accidentally honked while pressing the button because sometimes these do not work. I haven't had this issue too much post the 912 major update, and I didn't have it before the OTA 19 at all for a few months. After the OTA 19, I have observed it once or twice. So to enable adaptive cruise control, you press this button which has the speed dial next to it. It will say adaptive cruise control standby. Now from standby to active, how you go, you adjust the speed using this, and you lift your foot off the accelerator and the brake. Now I have set the cruise control at 61. Now because that car came in front, my car immediately braked and it said cruise control, and it said take control of your car. So the ADAS now I had to brake because there was too much confusion, and I still don't. I wouldn't trust this that much, although this works, but sometimes it brakes really intense, so there is a chance of getting rear-ended, which is why I do not use this that much. You can adjust the intensity settings here. You can make it very gradual, slow. I've also shown that in my ADAS explanation video. So in day-to-day life, the features that I do find useful are, one will be the lane centering function. There's also a road ahead that has a pretty sharp curve. I'll also use lane centering there and show it to you. The next feature that I find really helpful is the blind view monitor. Now in India, as you know, two-wheelers have the habit of overtaking from anywhere they feel like. They'll come from your left, they'll come from your right. If they have an option, they'll also come from above you. So the blind view monitor actually helps you to know whether there's a car, especially at night if there's a bike that has its headlights off or it's not working. Then you'll probably not see it, but when you give the indicator and there's a vehicle behind, it actually beeps to let you know that there is someone. So now that I'm pressing now I pressed the brake where there was too many cars, so the adaptive cruise control went into standby. It does not turn off completely when you brake, it just goes on the standby mode. And now you see the blind view monitor worked here when I gave the indicator. Now look at this. Road sense here and civic sense here is a different calamity altogether. So now my cruise control is in standby because I braked. To resume it, I do not need to do that procedure again. I just need to press this button and now my cruise control is active. Now I've set it to 60 kilometers per hour, but I have to take a left. Now I'll also show you the lane centering function here. Now I've enabled lane centering. Now here it shows me that it can read only the right white guideline of the lane. It cannot read the left. Now it can read both. So when it can read only one line, it will just keep you this side from that line. It will not stop you from going that side. But if you go too much on that side, then that white line also comes in its proximity. Because this is a really wide lane, you don't get these wide lanes in India normally on the highways. There's a standard thing, but this is too wide, so at times it cannot read the extreme left lane. So this red beep, it beeped because it said keep hands on steering wheel. I don't know how many more hands I need to bring for it to detect. So what I have observed is how does it detect whether you're holding it or not. If you keep giving it some random inputs like this, then it thinks that you're holding it, and if you're holding it completely still, then it thinks that you're not. When I give an indicator, lane centering function goes on standby to let me switch lanes, and now lane centering is active again. Automatic emergency braking has been applied twice by the car in my total ownership experience. But during that time, even I was braking. So if the car hadn't braked, I would have braked anyways. And those were instances where it should have braked. It wasn't unjustified. Now you see this curve, and now the lane centering is active. So the steering actually now it lets go, because so up till a point it can actually handle, but when the curve becomes too steep, it just lets go. I think they should have given a warning or something of that sort, or a haptic feedback, but they do say that keep hands on steering. So here you see it did a proper sharp curve. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It also actually depends upon the speed. So if I was going slower over that first curve, it would have done it, but I was going at around 45-46, so it was pretty fast for it to handle. I've also observed that when you turn on the adaptive cruise control, it switches back to L1 every time. I think that's just an indication, because in adaptive cruise control the car anyways uses regen most of the times to brake. When it's reducing your speed in adaptive cruise control, I've observed that it uses regen. So L1 I think is just an indication. But in adaptive cruise control, it adjusts the regen level based upon the need. When the BE6 was launched, another feature was marketed heavily. That was the automatic lane change feature. So for the lane change feature to work, you need to be in adaptive cruise control and lane centering function should be active. Post that, I've turned on adaptive cruise control and I've turned on the lane centering function. Then you set the cruise control and you give an indicator. If there is no car, then and you slightly tilt the steering, give an indicator, tilt the steering slightly, the car will completely change lanes automatically. You do not need to interfere with it. The car will check whether it is safe. It checks behind, it checks in the front, and it checks of course on your side. And then once it adjusts, it brings you in the center of the lane you have now come to. To completely turn off the adaptive cruise control, just press this button again and it will say adaptive cruise control off. So in conclusion, the ADAS features in the BE6 work flawlessly as far as I've observed. I'm not a big fan of adaptive cruise control. I haven't been on that many highway trips in this yet either. When I do take this out on the highway, I will definitely test out the adaptive cruise control in detail. Until now, I've just played around with it a little bit to explore the features. If this video helped you, if this real life demonstration helped you, then please like the video, subscribe to Automobile Infos, comment down below what you'd like to see next. If you like this real life demonstration of the ADAS features in the BE6, then please like the video, subscribe to Automobile Infos for more such content. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. I have a lot of interesting content coming up. If you want to see the range test of the BE6 in summers, in peak summers, you can see it's 43 degrees out right now. Then help me reach 500 subscribers. I'll post the video when we hit 500 subs on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, drive safe and have a happy journey.